Good afternoon and welcome to the Bristol Business Connection. The Bristol Business Connection is a co-production of the Bristol County Chamber of Commerce, Fall River Community Media, and of course, Bristol Community College. Every month, the Chamber of Commerce will interview guests about the issues impacting businesses right here in the Bristol County region. My name is Jennifer Lorenzo. I'm the Communications Manager at the Bristol County Chamber of Commerce, and we have a lot to talk about today. But first, I'd like to introduce my guest, and that is Megan Schaefer, and she's the Chief Operating Officer with People Incorporated. So thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, I think there are a lot of people that might not know exactly what People Incorporated is all about. What are you as an organization? So can you tell the watchers, I guess you could say, out there?
Sure. So People Incorporated, we are a human service agency. We are based here in Fall River. We have over 850 employees, and we do a little bit of everything. Many people know us for the residential homes that we run for adults with developmental disabilities. We provide day programming as well for them. But then we have a whole children's division that I think people quite often forget about. So we run early intervention, we have a preschool, we have 2 other child care centers, we run a healthy families program. So we service all aspects of life, so children all the way up through, everything. So again, we are 850 and growing.
That's amazing. I know you always see the vans in and around Bristol County. You have a number of buildings in the area as well.
We do. So we have over 30 residential group homes, and then our corporate office, which is on South Main Street here in the city. But then also we purchased recently a large office building in Taunton, so we have a larger presence in the kind of in the catchment area that we serve, which goes from New Bedford all the way through Taunton. And then we are in the industrial park. We are on Eastern Ave. So, and then with our 90 vehicles, I'm sure you see something People Incorporated out there throughout your day. So
now tell us a little bit about yourself and how you first started with People Incorporated. Sure. Because it seems like you're really a family unit over there.
We are. So, I started about 10 years ago. I was the accounting manager there, and I went up to the vice president of finance, then the chief financial officer, and now I'm the chief operating officer. So what makes me proud on that is my example of growth is really what we are able to offer to our employees. It's a typical growth pattern that we are able to foster in our agency. So, we have individual staff who have been with us for 20+ years, and they started out as an entry-level position, and now they're directors or they're managers. So we really work on that professional development to make it a career, to make it a family. We're the kind of we're a large family.
Now I know there's something special, very special this year about People Incorporated, and you're celebrating your 50th anniversary.
We are.
So I know we kind of piggybacked the radio show this week about People Incorporated as well, but tell us a little bit about how you were first put together, because I think it's an amazing story.
Sure. So back in 1968, some families got together. They had children with disabilities, and they said, you know what, we need to do something. We need to provide homes and day programming for our children. And so between 1968 and into the early 70s, a few residential homes opened, as well as rehabilitation programming, and we have just kicked it off from there. So 31 houses later.
Yeah, that's amazing, because you think of that time span, 50 years, that's not really a long time. I mean, it isn't for, a couple families that began this organization, and to be where you are these days, and to have 850 employees or more. So because this is a special year for People Incorporated, what are some things that you're going to be doing as the year progresses? So
the large event is in October, and we'll have, for our employees, we'll have a large gala, basically, a large dinner, dancing, entertainment as well. But throughout the year, we're going to have a variety of events. We work so closely with the city and our community partners. All of us have our own personal families. So we're trying to just cater to various events so that everyone in our lives over the last 50 years has the potential to attend one of these events. So, they'll be on our website and, different social media platforms. We'll be getting these events out. But, we really want to say thank you to our employees, to the city, to the community. So there'll be a lot of events coming up.
It's hard to get 850 employees and more than that, community members. And
that's why we have to have multiple events
in one venue. So I guess, what is the mood over at People Incorporated this year, kind of celebrating, marking that 50-year milestone?
It's exciting, you know, and we have a logo now that we just, you know, are rolling out. So it's in our email signature, it's on T-shirts, and we're really getting it out there. And so it's just a unique vibe we have going on. We are just so proud of what we do, and our employees are really, every entry level all the way up through management. We are just so proud of everything that we accomplish every year. So part of it's not really different than any other year, but you know, there's a little specialness to it.
Absolutely. Now, I know you have a big event coming up in April, and it's a very special program, and we really look for people in the community to join this program, and that's the Smiles Mentoring Program. So maybe, I guess, first off, tell me a little bit about what the Smiles Mentoring Program is.
Sure. So Smiles is a mentoring program. It's a one-to-one mentoring match. So anyone who is interested, it's a volunteer basis, and it's basically an hour of your time each week where you will be paired up with a student in a variety of schools. We're primarily in the Fall River and as well as some of the New Bedford schools. And it's an hour. You can read, you can write, you can do arts and crafts, you can do puzzles. It's really what the child, just to talk.
Right.
It could be as simple as that. So I believe this year we have 118 matches right now, so mentee-mentor matches. And what a difference to these kids. I mean, they are excited. You know, that, you know, if their mentor comes in on a Tuesday, I mean, they are waiting by the door for that person to come in. And you know, quite often that's just one of the biggest highlights of that student's life. So it's a great program. We've been involved. Smiles is an affiliate of People Incorporated, and we've been in partnership as one of our programs for about 10 years now, and it's truly amazing. So again, you know, there are so many kids out there who could benefit, so I can't stress enough that if anyone does have an interest in being a mentor, you know, they can call our main line or, you know, check out our website as well for more info. But it's a great opportunity for both the mentor and the mentee.
I get one thing I don't think we talked about is how did this program kind of come about? Whose idea was this to put together this type? Did you just see a void or a need for this type of program?
There was, and I mean, it's been it was created prior to the affiliation with People Incorporated, and it was actually stemmed more out of the New Bedford school system at first, and it was just based on the need that they saw that the students, you know, could use during the school day, and just have a different face, not a teacher, not someone part of the school, but have someone out there, a business leader, you know, anything, just someone in the community, just, you know, a retired teacher, anything. It was just a new face for that student. So,
and I know we had talked too as well that it's very safe. It happens during the school day, so the mentor comes in during the typical school day, an hour. So, and there's a background check and everything as well.
Absolutely. So there's a full check, you know, Corey check as well. And they're in one of the main rooms, whether it be the library, maybe even the cafeteria. So there could be other groups happening at the same time. We have 3 facilitators who facilitate, you know, it's broken by different schools, so quite often that team leader is there as well. So there's a lot of activity going on, but it is still a one-to-one at that time frame.
And I know there are a lot of people, especially that are active at the Chamber. I think Nick Christ with Bay Coast Bank. I think you mentioned RDA Insurance, Jason Rua, but I think that they've gotten so much out of it. And can you share some of those stories maybe that you
Sure. I mean, we have matches that have gone years and years, and I know a few years ago at the event, which we'll talk about soon, at one of the events I was talking to one of the mentors, and his mentee was graduating that year, and they'd been paired up for 6 years. And you know, he became part of their family as well. I mean, he was attending graduation for the young man and family get-togethers as well. And we have a lot of those stories. So these, you know, these matches go multi-year, and it's really rewarding when they get to that graduation point or just a significant milestone in their life. That mentor is part of it, and quite often that mentor is a driving factor of them getting to that moment. So,
and I'm sure they stay in touch maybe throughout college and so forth too as well.
Absolutely.
So. And there's a need for, of course, mentors. But if someone's watching out there and they think, oh, maybe my child might benefit by participating in this program, is that available as well?
Absolutely. So they can start with, you know, their guidance counselor, academic advisor, principal. We're in the majority of the schools in Fall River. So again, they can see if, you know, their child's school has the program in the school already, and then the school can facilitate it with us.
That's amazing. And the event is the Miles for Smiles
Correct.
event. And we do this, well, it's been happening every year for quite a few years now, but it's essential as far as your funding is concerned for this program.
Absolutely. And, you know, we are fortunate that we have support from the school systems and a variety of grants, but this Miles for Smiles is our largest fundraiser, and it's really the backbone of the, you know, financial support of this program. And the program is pretty dependent upon this event. So it's a 5K walk run on April 22nd, and it used to be at UMass Dartmouth, and then this year we said, you know what, it needs to be in the city that our schools are at. So it's held in the industrial park. It's been this is our second year in the industrial park. So it's a very flat route, and it's a family event. So, you know, there's a kid run at 9 o'clock that morning on the 22nd. So the kids just do a little 0.2 of a mile,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
It's a quick loop, and then the 5K just heads towards the Amazon building and then back. It's a great race for those who are runners and are looking to kick off their running season. It's a great race for new runners. It's just a great race just to have fun at. So, you know, for the kids, we'll have a petting zoo and face painting, and you know, we probably have about 70 to 80 People Incorporated employees at it, so they man the streets. We obviously have police detail as well, but you know, we have our employees on the street cheering the runners and the walkers on. So it's really it's a great day. Last year we had beautiful weather. We are hoping for the same this year. So it's a rain or shine event. And if you sign up prior to the 22nd, you get a great long sleeve shirt. There's a lot of other goodies the day of, but truly it's a wonderful event. And it's quick. It's, you know, it doesn't tie up your whole day. A couple of hours, you know, you're there. The kids have fun, enjoy seeing some of the ponies that we'll have there and other petting zoo animals. So it's a great time. And
this is very much a major fundraiser for this program. I think in the past you've raised over $500,000.
We have. So over the years, I mean, that's exactly what we've brought in. So I can't emphasize enough how important this event is to us. We do everything to get it out there. You know, donations can, you know, a simple donation is welcome. You know, anyone who just wants to walk is absolutely fine. It's not just a run, it's 100% a walk as well. So again, just to come down, you know, we try to get a lot of our mentors and mentees there, and they walk and run together as well. So, and you know, the students showcase some artwork, or you know, every year we have a theme. So when you walk, it's actually held at our location on Riggenback Road, and when you walk into the lobby, there'll be work that the students and their mentor did. So you kind of see firsthand some of the things that they do.
I think it would be fun too, many organizations within the community or businesses to kind of get a group together and maybe do different pledge sheets, and you know, oh, I can beat you or something like that.
Do.
And it's
and
great.
We encourage the competition. For many years, mechanics and Bay Coast pretty much competed against each other, and that was wild. And that was those are fun years when that happened, seeing that competition, all in good, you know, all in good humor, obviously. But RDA brings out a team. Some of the schools bring out teams. So many groups get together within People Incorporated. You know, our residential division goes up against our day division, and it's pretty funny to see the competition from a fundraising standpoint. So absolutely. And
they can find out more information if they'd like to participate, social media, website?
Absolutely. So People Incorporated has a Facebook page. We have, you know, the People Incorporated website. The race, you can sign up for the race through RaceWire, but again, just funnel through People Incorporated. It's right on our homepage, and it gives you all the links for donations and signing up for the race as well.
It's amazing, your website. I was on there doing my research, and it's amazing, really, truly, how many programs that you offer. And I mean, from infancy, you know, adulthood, family settings, a plethora of offerings that you have, but a few that stood out. You have a very special youth diabetes program, and I'll let you kind of talk a little bit about that, because I think that's such an important program.
Sure. So another affiliate, similar to Smiles, another affiliate of ours is the Diabetes Association. So it's adult and youth services. However, you know, our biggest event or program out of the Diabetes Association is the camp we run in the summer. So every summer for many years, there's 40 to 50 children who come to our summer camp, a 6-week summer camp, and it's open for, you know, any child with diabetes, their siblings, as well as their friends too. And it used to be in Rehoboth, and last year the Boys and Girls Club was very gracious to open up Camp Welch to us as well. So it obviously enabled us to have more of an inclusion with the students as well, with this, the campers from Camp Welch as well. And the amenities alone, the kids were thrilled to go from kind of a plain field to a field with basketball hoops and a pool and a real camp. So this is a camp that we've done every summer, and I love just stopping in during the summer to see these kids and the families, and just they've got their peers. Some of them go to school with each other, but quite often they don't. So the excitement coming off the school year to see their friends again, because they come back year after year. Many of the campers become junior counselors and then eventually full counselors. So it's just amazing to watch these kids grow, and then they go from campers to having a paid job with us. So it's quite amazing.
Absolutely. I think having a disease like that too, and being able to bond with other children that kind of go through the same experiences that you do, whether you have to take medicine or insulin or something like that, and just to kind of share that experience, I think that's an amazing
Absolutely.
program.
And some of the kids are little, 6, 7-year-olds, all the way up through some teenagers. And especially for the little ones, and quite often if they're newly diagnosed, we work with a company that produces what's called Jerry the Bear, and Jerry is an interactive teddy bear, and he has an app. And so last year I think we purchased like 50 of them for the campers, and it helps the kids learn what to do with their insulin and to check their different levels, and really just when they check their blood, Jerry checks it too. So we have a lot of resources and supports at the camp so that they learn from each other. And then what we really try to do is throughout the school year outside of camp, we offer youth activities. In fact, I think there was bowling or laser gate, something was the other day, and just to keep the kids to see each other, because again, we have campers from the Taunton area, from the New Bedford area, so obviously they don't go to school together. So we try to keep them together throughout the school year, because they have a common bond, with the diabetes, and it's just fun for them to kind of just talk about what they're going through.
Absolutely. And we had talked a little bit about at the beginning of the program, the different buildings and facilities that you have. One especially in the Fall River Industrial Park, you're very passionate about that. I think we had mentioned that the current president, Bill Perkins, started out there. Yes. So can you talk a little bit about your daytime programs?
Sure. So we run multiple rehabilitation programs. There's one at Riggenback Road. We have one in Taunton, another one in Fall River, but Riggenback Road location is our largest. I mean, at any given time, there's over 100 people in that building. And multiple things happen there. It could be just community volunteering, getting out. We work with a lot of local businesses and companies that they just go out, they volunteer. But then we also provide employment as well, and we provide the skills for the employment. So quite often in that building, there's training going on in terms of, filling out a resume, or, mock interviews as well. And then, we assist them in employment. So sometimes it's in a group setting, sometimes it's individual. I mean, we have one gentleman who works part-time at Burger King, and then we have, janitorial crews that go to your building.
Yep, absolutely, once a week on Wednesday.
Right, so we try to cater it to the need of the, and the abilities of the individual, and we find something that works. So it's a very busy building, and, but again, we just, to get them out in the community is ultimately what we're trying to get to. So, and again, if it's employment based and that they're getting a paycheck every week, it's great. It's great for them.
And you see them out and about in the community too. Some of them that come in to do some janitorial services, like you mentioned, you'll see them at the groceries, and they're so nice. They're so pleasant. It's nice to see them have an opportunity to.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all about inclusion, full inclusion into the community. So yes, I mean, we do as much to support and get them out there and doing what we're doing every day too.
Now, how do people, if they're watching, they're thinking, oh, I'd like to maybe have my child take part in the diabetes program, or maybe my child needs some additional services, special needs type services. How do they go about speaking with someone or finding out more information?
Sure. So, I mean, our website, we have all our programs listed on our website, but as you said, it can be a little overwhelming because of just so
A
much
ton of them. It's amazing how many.
so much of what we do. So our website, there's a direct line to our main number. There's a link on there to email us directly. So I would start there. I would always, I like to direct people to our website just to kind of, poke around, see what's out there as well. But then, stop by our 4 South Main Street location. And we have pamphlets available of all the services we provide. And then within those pamphlets, it gives you the direct contact of that building, that program, whatever it might be. But again, anyone at any point can call just our direct number and say, here's what I'm looking for. What do I do next? And then we'll get you there.
Are there some income requirements out there too if people are wondering about that?
It varies. I mean, it depends on the program. Again, so many programs. So some of our programs, and we have a community playroom right at 4 South Main Street that's open to the public. There's certain hours, but it's a wonderful, wonderful room. Pretty much 5 and under. It's the most appropriate for 2 to 5.
I go by there from work, and I always see the kids in there playing, and it looks like such a nice,
it's beautiful,
welcoming environment.
It is. It's beautiful. I mean, I have to pull my kids out of there. So, something like that, that's open to the community, complete access. Some of our child care centers do have income eligible limits. Department of Developmental Services is what is the backbone of our residential homes and our day habilitation programs. So we, collaborate with them to determine, do they meet the criteria and guidelines. So many of our programs do have guidelines and criteria. There's other entities involved in that decision making, but again, so it's very case by case, but we have many programs that, you just are open.
You even have family programs too.
Absolutely.
For the whole family.
Absolutely. I mean, we run the family support through Department of Developmental Services. I mean, we run the Family Support Center here in the city, and that just, some of it's just helping someone find housing, or help them get set up on food stamps, or it's really like the title says, it's a support center for families in the community. We have a lot of childcare, children events. We do the Kids-a-Palooza and the Block-a-Palooza events, and those are our way of giving back to the city to say thank you. So the Block-a-Palooza event, which is in July, we close down South Main Street, and we work with local companies, and it's really to say, okay, come on out, listen to the band, stop at some of the restaurants, have dinner. And so it's a great event that's open to everyone. And Kids-a-Palooza is similar. Obviously, it has a kids theme, and that'll be held in the fall. We don't have that date yet, but that'll be held in the fall. And again, we work with the various local agencies, and we give out books. We do face painting, petting zoo. The fire truck might be there. So again, we just have so many different things that there's something for everyone. Really, truly. Yeah.
I know we always look forward to the Block-a-Palooza event, which is going to be coming up, and usually you have a great band. It kind of the evening hours, so you're hoping for a good night, if at all possible. And then it kind of encourages people to visit the downtown area and walk on the streets, and also being with the Chamber, of course, encouraging people to shop and eat locally too.
Correct. So. And that's really what we're trying to do. I mean, the mayor is wonderful in allowing us to kind of shut down a couple of blocks, but we're able to, the restaurants are full as can be those nights, and we just want people out. And the same thing, with the Kids-a-Palooza, it's like let's get downtown busy on a Saturday or a Sunday, and have all these people visiting and make it worthwhile to shop.
And also, as well, you had mentioned events for the whole entire family, a variety of different events. You do have a wine tasting that you do every year at the Cultural Center, and I know that's a very special event for you. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So this year it's on May 17th, so it's coming quickly, it seems. Some of these events are coming a little too quickly. So May 17th, and we've been having it at the Cultural Center for many, many years now. And throughout that evening, I think 500 or 600 people pass through that building. So it's really just, we just kicked there's really no particular purpose of that event except to just get everyone together. Everyone who has had, that is involved with People Incorporated comes out that night, and it's great. I mean, all the local restaurants, we have multiple vendors, so the food is phenomenal. Obviously there's wine and beer as well at the event, and it's just a laid back, great evening that just has a lot of people.
Silent auction too, you had mentioned.
Correct,
some great
so there's a raffle.
items.
There's a raffle with 6 different themes. So there's like a hotel package, a restaurant package, a sports package, and the value, the face value on these is a couple of $1,000s. I mean, it's great prizes, great tickets. There's a concert one as well, or an entertainment package, I suppose. There's a house warming type theme one as well. So some of it's like some landscaping as well as maybe some gutter cleaning. So it's just a variety of packages that you'll see something in that that you'll like.
Christmas that
Correct,
way too,
exactly.
and get all these baskets. But more importantly, I think it's amazing what it is that People Incorporated does for the community. And I know that you've been so active within the chamber. Bill, of course, Perkins has served on our board for a number of years. But I think one thing that's so instrumental too is the community support, but more so the business, the local businesses that continue to support People Incorporated.
We're just so fortunate. I mean, just from Bay Coast Bank, Gardier Insurance, many of the companies right in the industrial park helping us. So Bay Coast sponsors so many of our events. So many businesses in the industrial park hire us and our individuals to do the janitorial or the landscaping. Our individuals also provide the landscaping services as well. So we are just so fortunate that people open their doors and let us come in and give people a trade to learn. And it's just we're just truly lucky to have to be in this community and to get what they're able to do for us.
And 50 years, that's a very long time.
It is. It's amazing, and it's like I said, every year we grow.
Going to run out of space, I think.
Yeah, no, we already are. So I mean, each month we bring in upwards of 20 new employees every month, and not a month goes by where that doesn't happen. So anywhere between 15 and 20 new employees walk in that door, and it's great. In fact, in April we have to have 2 orientations because we just we're opening new houses and new programming. So again, I can't, if someone needs a job in direct care, we're hiring teachers and LPNs and RNs and CNAs, and so again, if employment is what you're seeking, People Incorporated probably has something that could help you. And we have great benefits. We really support education, so we have a great tuition, reimbursement policy and program that we want people. We do every year. We give out 12 or 13 scholarships to our employees. They just fill out a fairly simple application, and again, at our big event that's actually coming up in October, as I mentioned, we'll award 12 individuals a scholarship. Amazing. So again, we assist. We try to work around schedules and just so the more education, and they'll have more opportunities at People Incorporated.
Giving back to the community as well. It seems that you've always done that for the last 50 years, and for the next 50, I see.
Absolutely.
You're probably like in the works of, buying more buildings or purchasing more property and just continuing to grow.
Absolutely. In fact, we have 2 houses. Architects are getting us drawings now, and so again, we are always. I think every year we open 1 or 2 new houses. And it seems that every year we end up with a new corporate building too, or not main office, but administrative building. So we run out of room, as you said. Well,
it's amazing what it is that People Incorporated does, and I thank you so very much for coming in and sharing with me and all of our viewers the story about People Incorporated. And congratulations on 50
I appreciate
years.
It. Thank you.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Or many more past
many
that
more,
into
absolutely.
The future.
Thank you.
So on behalf of the Bristol County Chamber of Commerce and all of its member businesses, we remind you to please shop locally when at all possible, because it really does make a difference. And thank you, of course, for watching the Bristol Business Connection.